It's pouring outside tonight. My notebook's lying open on the table, its pages curling like an old wound that never truly heals. I flick to the latest page, my pen pressed so hard into the paper it's almost torn through. Today will be different. That's what I wrote. But just a few pages later, the lines are scratched out everywhere, side to side. Here I go again. Don't want to get out of bed. Don't even know who I am anymore. Ashamed I can't get anything right. I used to think this notebook could save me. When I first started, the doctor said, just write down every good thing, no matter how small. So later, if you fall, you have some proof you were ever okay. Every time I hit those smudges of shame, I'd scramble through memories, squeeze out hope, desperate to find some thin thread to hold on to. Blank pages waited for some gentle self-talk, but all my hands could manage were shaky, crossed-out lines, like scars on paper, impossible to erase with tears. No one else knows how many failed days are stuffed inside here. Out the window, the city keeps glowing, everyone rushing around like nobody's ever had a relapse in their life. But for me, a perfectly good day can still collapse out of nowhere, just from the echo of some silent yearning shadow. This notebook turned into a courtroom, each page another guilty verdict. Didn't get up again, broke promises again and again and again. Sometimes I rip a page out, crumple it, then pick it back up, scared I'll lose proof that I was surviving that day at all. My little victories almost seem like a joke. Finished a glass of water, answered just one message, didn't cry for a whole hour. Anyone looking in from the outside couldn't begin to understand what's going on in my head. Honestly, neither can I anymore. I tried to comfort myself. Everyone falls apart sometimes. But that just feels like a bad joke. Because staring down these pages of frantic red marks, all I really feel is the shame. So sharp I want to bite my own tongue just to make it stop. There are nights when I wish I could just forget everything, toss this notebook in the trash, or just disappear from these pages of disappointment. But I don't disappear. The next morning I open the notebook again, look straight at those bold red marks from yesterday. And even when I manage to write the word okay, it only takes a minute of slipping before all of it goes to pieces. Nobody knows how many of my failures I've written down. Definitely more than most people ever record their wins. So I sit here, staring at this overstuffed notebook, feeling like it weighs more than my own heart. Nobody but me sees how each day turns into another battlefield. If anyone ever read these tangled scars, they'd probably freak out. But honestly, who would bother? There's no I'm fine now. On the other side of these crowded red lines, I close the notebook, let it sit heavy on the table, pressing down on my chest like a stone. Sometimes I wish I'd never written down all these weak moments. Maybe it would spare me from living each one twice. But still, I'm here. The taste of shame burning in my throat, frozen by everything I've lived through. Maybe I'm just a draft, covered in hundreds of crossed-out lines. And maybe I'll never really have the strength to keep writing if tomorrow just starts over. Same disappointment, same darkness, all over again. If you've ever filled your own pages with ugly, crossed-out days, just let them be. No one has to fix those scars. Sometimes a notebook stuffed with disappointment is more honest than any pep talk ever could be. Let it sit there so you don't have to pretend you're always strong.